Here's Brantley. The kick in, here it comes. Swing and a miss! Swing and a miss! Swing and a miss! And a World Series Game 7 winning Curly W is in the books. The celebration is on. The Washington Nationals are the world champion.
Balls went right to gloves. Was there any feeling of frustration at that point that maybe you had squandered something there?
Yeah, we don't have time in Game 7 of the World Series to be frustrated. I think, I said this a number of times this series, you just give yourself as many opportunities as you can. If you give yourself enough, you're going to find your way out of it a little bit. And I thought when Carlos hit the ball down the line, that was like that exhale moment where you're, man, we finally got one. But it clearly wasn't enough. So, you give yourself enough, especially against a guy like Max, who's given everything he can on the mound, and you're fighting to we left multiple base runners on every inning. It felt like Harris had brought in Osuna. If we had regained the lead or gotten a tie, Garrett was going to go in for potentially the 9th or 10th, and that never came to be. So the early part of the game when he was warming up was on his own. He wanted to throw off the mound. The latter part of it was kind of dictating on how the game was going to turn, and we wanted to make sure that he had ample opportunity to warm up. The debate, which I know and I knew going in it was the first question I got at the press conference that day, was how effective he was going to be on 2 days rest. 3 weeks ago, I got a ton of questions about JV on 3 days rest, and the debate that comes with that. So one less day, I wanted to see, we had to make a decision on whether regular relievers who'd been elite during the World Series on rested guys were going to be a better option than Garrett, and we all know how it played out.
With CBS Sports, and we're here to talk about the #1 pitching free agent in all the land this offseason. Yes, you watched him pitch in the World Series. His name is Gerrit Cole.
John Heyman is done. Gerrit Cole is going to the Yankees. 9 years, $324 million. And there's John Heyman's.
Made him a target, so do the Angels, so do the Dodgers. And Aaron Boone and this team has come close the last 2 years, 100+ wins. What does this do for them?
I think this makes them the best team in the American League. I think it makes them the best team in baseball. Ravi, as we know, they have waited for years, hung on to their money, hung on to their prospects, waiting for that big free agent to come along, and this was him. They gave him an enormous amount of money, but now they have a team that hit over 300 homers last year, a team with a great bullpen, and now they put Gerrit Cole on the top of a rotation that might have Masahiro Tanaka as their 4th starter. Now their rotation is pretty darn good also, so this was the Yankees saying from the beginning, this is the guy we have to have, and they locked him up over 2 great contenders, the Angels and the Dodgers.
Right. So
Allegations and confirmation that the Astros were using a video camera to cheat and steal pitches. And opposing pitcher Danny Farquaad, don't know if I said that right, he said there was a banging from the dugout, almost like a bat hitting the bat rack every time the changeup signal got put down. I found the footage. Let's watch it. Here we go.
Since used.
Bang. That one was very slight, but he takes the...
Very difficult day for the Houston Astros. MLB did a very thorough investigation, and the Astros fully cooperated. We accept their decisions and findings and penalties. We worked very hard to build this organization for our employees, fans, sponsors, community, and the city to all be proud. With that being said, there's 2 very important points I want to make today. I have higher standards for the city and the franchise, and I'm going above and beyond MLB's penalty. Today, I have made the decision to dismiss A.J. Hinch and Jeff Lunau.
You guys keeping a trophy? You're gonna give it back. How about that? How about the rings? You're gonna keep the rings? You're gonna keep the rings and the MVP? You're gonna get it back.
Just keep paying, come see us.
I'll come do this.
Did you hear anything from the
fans, from any fans? Not really, nothing specific.
Lineup at the time of his injury.
Yeah, it was absolutely unfortunate for pitch on the fastball up and in at 97.
Go.
Misses on the 0-2 fastball. What does that say out there? Oh, fastball. Yes.
Orbit! Orbit, are you a cheater too? Do you also cheat?
Hey, Tattoo Guy! Tattoo Guy, you're
Not sure we got to see that.
That's no fun. 95 off the shoulder.
Hey, you don't know what's coming with that trash can! Where's your tattoo? Where's your tattoo?
George Springer. And he tried to hit the ball at 17,000.
Let's see the tattoo! Jose! Where's the tattoo? Jose! Number 16, Victor Robles. Where's the tattoo, Jose?
Straw's driven in 3 of the 4 runs today. Oh, breaking ball.
Right here, brother. Soul and heart, baby. I love you, but come on, man. Someone gotta give it up. For these guys. Come on. You're the leader in here. Let them go. Come on, Dustin.
Hey, let's play the game.
No, we're not gonna watch the game.
There's Springer, and not too happy about the fact that he has struck out consecutive at-bats looking. This is from John Heyman. Players with 2 different teams say their team has an optional workout tomorrow, followed by 2 free days while logistics are worked out. The general chatter is that workouts will continue as the team's own sites, at the team's own sites, with players having the option to go home if they feel the need. Back inside Studio 3, it's Greg Amster and Tom Verducci. Essentially, this is what I asked our Hall of Famer John Smoltz. Put yourself in the shoes of a current big leaguer. Would you want to go home, be with family during a time like this, or stay and train? It seems like the clubs, from John Heyman's reporting, they're giving their players the option as well, right?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. As I said, I don't think they can obligate the players to remain there given these circumstances, given that spring training officially is suspended here. I don't think there's any obligation for the player. He may decide on his own. He's been...
Major League Baseball rejected an offer from the Players Union that included a 114-game season and full prorated pay. They didn't send a counteroffer, but they were saying to the media that they were planning on starting a 50 to 60-game season. But in my eyes, I saw that as a threat to the Players Union if they couldn't get something in. The Players Union came out and said that they are not taking any more pay cuts no matter what, and the owners came back with a new proposal that included a 76-game season with about 75% of their prorated pay. This deal also included that teams would not lose a draft pick if they signed a player that received a qualifying offer in free agency, which I actually think was kind of good because it entices teams to spend more in an upcoming offseason that's probably going to be pretty tight. However, the Players Union came back tonight and they offered an 89-game season with full prorated pay and expanded 16-team playoff for this season and next season, along with $5 million for minor league players and social justice organizations. However, according to MLB Network's John Heyman, he was told by someone on the ownership side that they are nowhere. Let's start with the obvious. We want baseball back. The fans want baseball back. If we can't go to see the games, we're perfectly okay with it on our TV screens. Baseball's been a passion of mine since I was a kid, whether or not I was watching it, playing it. I've loved baseball for as long as I can remember. For a while now, I've seen the debate whether or not the owners are right, the players are right, but let's face it, neither side is right here. You can try and justify each side no matter how you want, but both sides here suck. Whatever side is right, wrong, I don't really care. But you know what? Both sides here blew a golden opportunity. Even if they come to an agreement this week, they blew it. They had a chance over a month ago to start a season. There was no NBA, there was no NFL, there was nothing else on TV. People were doing push-ups in their freaking apartments. People were going crazy. And you could have had baseball back on the TV screen. agreement. You could have been the...
By cardboard cutouts.
Astros absolutely dominated the Seattle Mariners a year ago as Kyle Seager stands in with 2 away. Pulls that one over to the right side. Yuli on a couple of hops. Tosses it over to Verlander.
From clinching the American League East. There it is. And a cut and a miss. He takes care of business.
The Tampa Bay Rays win the American League East
6-1. With the loss, the Astros will not win the American League West in 2020. The Oakland A's have clinched the division. The Astros maintain their magic number of 3.
And for the time being, it's going to be only a exhausted deal, and one would think would have to be him.
Curveball, and that's grounded third base side, backhanded by Bregman, steps on third for one, throws to first, and that is the ball game. The Houston Astros take Game 1 in Minnesota, winning this afternoon by a final of 4-1.
On to try to get a save. Runner on second, now they have a chance to tie the ball game.
Little jam shot. Wendell is there, and he makes the catch. And the Tampa Bay Rays have captured game 1.
That's strike 3 from Presley, and the Astros win it 3-1, and they sweep the wild card series 2 games to none.
Here is Panic out of the way. On the ground. This will do it. And the Rays win it. They advance to the division series. They sweep the Toronto Blue Jays.
A lot of people are mad. I know a lot of people want to see us here. But what are they going to say now? You know, we're a solid team. We play great baseball. We won a series on the road in Minnesota. So what are they going to say now?
The weather and wind and the rain.
That's it. Lau strikes out. Sessa finishes the job, and the New York Yankees win Game 1. He's struck him out, and the Astros are taking Game 1 of the ALDS. 1-2-3 ninth. It's Judge on the ground. They hop over at third. And the picks up lane. That's your ball game. The Tampa Bay Rays win Game 2. Presley, the closer into this game for the Astros in a save situation. A 2-2 pitch. And a ground ball headed to shortstop. Correa to second for 1. On to first, that's 2. And that's the ball game as the Astros on the double play in this one. And it is the Astros who have won the first 2 games of this best of 5 to their last out here in the 9th inning. Oilers are fresh and ready for tomorrow. There's a bounce and Wendell pulls it, throws it, and that's the ball game. The Rays now lead 2-1 in this best of 5 series. Bradley was lifted in the air to left field as Grossman wanders in. He's under it, and the Oakland A's live for another day. What a win for the Oakland A's. Game 5, and a swing and a miss, and that's it. 100-mile-an-hour fastball, strikeouts win the game. Now the roll is Chapman. Picks up the save. He's got a win and a save in this postseason. The Yankees win it 5-1. The 7-run lead. It's on the ground to first base, off the glove of Gurriel, and Runnels score. And reaching at first base is LaStella, and it's now 11-6. Just trying to get that tying run to the plate somehow here in the 9th inning. 2 down. That is strike 3. The Houston Astros are heading the American League Championship Series. Last hope for the Yankees to try to extend it in this 9th inning. And he hits a bullet. Oh, and it's caught at third by Wendell. And that's it. It is over. The Tampa Bay Rays in 5 games take down the Yankees. Brain trust look like in Houston? Dusty introduced last week, and today James Click was brought forward as the new general manager.
Like I said, I was chosen to try to, influence these young men.
Now starting